In this week's Madeline Motivates, every year on October 6th, National Coaches Day honors the men and women who inspire us to work harder and do our best. Well, this year, coaches across the country are unable to motivate athletes on the field, but their words have the power to help them move forward. And we have Patrick Zuniga, assistant football coach of the Richland Bombers, on the phone with us right now. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, Patrick, I imagine this pandemic has been tough on our local coaches and our athletes since sports, they still aren't back up and running just yet in our community. So as a coach, what has this time been like for you?
Well, this has been a difficult time. We're trying to connect with the athletes. We're trying to keep them engaged and motivated to find their own intrinsic motivation to continue to perform athletically, to keep their minds sharp and things like that. But unfortunately, our contact is very limited. So it's frustrating.
Yeah, I bet it has been. Well, I know that you've been a coach for nearly 17 years now. So what does it mean to you to be a coach, and why do you do what you do?
To me, a coach is an educator. So we use a non-traditional classroom. We use the playing field to teach about life. I think that in assisting student athletes in learning about life, we recognize who they are and what they stand for. I'm personally a coach because I had some outstanding coaches in my life who made a tremendous difference in the way that I saw things and who I thought I could be and who I did become. League titles and state championships, but those are neat. But really watching a kid become a man, or watching a young adult become a man and making choices that lead to graduation and life beyond high school, that's really what we cherish.
Yeah, what a privilege to be able to watch that process. Well, I know, young athletes in our community, they may need some guidance right now. This has been a long off season for them, and it's still going. So what are a few things that players can do on their own to stay in shape and stay motivated for their games?
Well, I think it's important to differentiate between what you need to do for the body and what you need to do for the mind. The body, you can look at YouTube and you can emulate some of the workouts that you see on YouTube. But the mind, really just staying sharp, reading books, making sure you're doing well in school, checking into your Zoom meetings, asking a lot of questions, engaging in the inquiry process. Those are things that all athletes need to stay sharp, to make sure they can play. We still have an athletic code that states that students have to perform at a certain level academically before they can even see the playing field.
Yeah, that's very true. All right, Patrick, what words of encouragement or inspiration can you share with any athletes that are watching this right now?
The most important thing that coaches like to tell students, or that we believe, is that everybody matters, that everybody is equal. And there's going to be starters and non-starters and specialists and contributors, but everybody has a role. And it may not be the role that the students want, but that's okay. When it comes down to it, there's no varsity team if there's no junior varsity team, and there's no junior varsity team if there's no freshman squad. So we really want the student athletes to see that they're valuable regardless of what they're doing on the playing field.
Yeah, and it's important for them to know that, especially right now when they aren't able to play the game. Thank you so much, Patrick.
Absolutely. Yep.
All right, well, I encourage you at home to celebrate a coach who's made an impact on your life. You can do this by sharing a photo or a memory with your coach on social media, or maybe just picking up the phone and giving them a call. But if you do post a picture, I encourage you to use #NationalCoachesDay.